Hey folks, this is Alonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. And I bet you some of y'all didn't know I had a book out, did you? Well, I do. N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo, available on Amazon.com, $14.95. But also, there is a comic book, limited edition comic book, Hip Hop Family Tree, featuring yours truly, Alonzo in the middle, Dr. Dre, and Yella. Limited edition, only available on my website, LonzoWilliams.com. Now, if you want both books, the Hip Hop Family Tree and N.W.A., both of them $30. Go to my website, LonzoWilliams.com. In the comments, put your name and what you want me to say. I'll autograph and make sure it gets to your house right away. Both books, $30, autograph, LonzoWilliams.com. And if you like me, you don't have time to sit down and read like I'd like to, but I love audiobooks. That's why I put my book, N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo, on audio. That's right. But it's available only on CD Baby. Why? Because I set every track, every story to music. So as you ride down the street, listening to the stories of West Coast hip hop, you got some fresh new tracks to bob your head to. Available only on CD Baby. N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo. Check it out, folks. Give you something to ride to. Peace.
I'm gonna tell you another quick story, man.
Go ahead. We got time, man.
I had turned. I went to the audition for Speed, and Speed audition was goofy because all he did was I walked in the room and he said, and I sat down in a chair. The casting director and the director were in the room, and they said, "Okay, pretend like there's a bomb on your bus and you just find out about it." So all I did was the improv of me finding out there's a bomb on the bus, right?
Okay.
So he came, after we done that, he came up to me and my hair was long and down, and he grabbed my hair. He said, "Don't cut it." And so 6 months go by, and you know, I keep it. My agent says, "You haven't cut your hair, have you?" I said, "No." That's how I got that role, I think, because he liked my hair.
Okay.
But Speed itself, well, I started off saying something about this, but I'm going into another venture here. There was a black guy who came to set. He came from Fox, and he was delivering something. And he came to me, and I think I'm very conscious. But he came to me, and we were talking. He said, "You know, there ain't no black people on this set." And I realized, I said, "There certainly aren't. There's no black crew members, not one."
Wow.
Now, Jan de Bont, who directed the movie, he and Paul Verhoeven, who is the big-time director, they grew up together in the Netherlands. Yanni was the cinematographer, and Paul Verhoeven was the director, and they worked together all the time. And Yanni wound up being the cinematographer for Die Hard and Hunt for Red October. The man, and I don't use this word often, the man is a brilliant cinematographer. He had 12 cameras on the bus sometimes. I didn't know you put 12 cameras on any confined space and not have them interfere, but he did. So you have all these little young white boys on this movie who are soaking up the knowledge from this man without even knowing it. Where's the black kids that are doing that? It wasn't until we shot in Watts. They hired a couple black guys to be security because they were scared about
death.
being in Watts.
Yes, sir.
And that's the only black people that were on that set. But I know what I started off this thing to say was about money, about being disrespected. Well, I turned Speed down because I thought it was stupid. I read the script and I said, "This is stupid, man." They came back and said, "We'll give them more money and little perks here and there." And I said, "No, I don't want to do this." They came back again. And this is what my agent told me. They said to her on the phone. This is an exact quote. I've never forgotten it. They said, "What is his problem? He's getting the same amount of money as the white woman." And they weren't talking about Sandra Bullock. They were talking about one of the white women on the bus. One of with a couple lines. So in other words, they expect the black man to be happy getting the same amount of money as they give a white woman. You see what I'm saying?
I get you.
That's how much disrespect they have for black men and black people in general. Be happy. You're getting the same amount of money as a white woman. And you thought I was going to, you see, somebody else would have said, yeah. Me, no, my brain. I use my brain too much, not to understand what they're saying to me. You ain't worth shit to us. So take this money and go on about your business. As it turned out, I'm extremely grateful that I finally was in that film, because there are other things I've turned down. It's like my very first union movie. I didn't want to be in The Color Purple, and I'm very fortunate to have been in that film, because.
Now, what part you play in The Color Purple?
I was in the juke joint harassing Shura.
Okay.
I got that because I was doing an acting competition that Ted Lange was sponsoring.
Okay.
And I won the competition. And Reuben Cannon, who was the casting director, who wound up working with what's his name in Atlanta?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. Reuben wound up working with Tyler Perry in Atlanta. They're no longer working together, but Reuben was the judge at the finals, and he called me in. Well, I was still at TriStar at the time.
Okay.
And the white secretary had this book on her desk, and she said, "You need to read this book." And I picked it up, and it was The Color Purple. I read like 2 or 3 pages of it, and I threw it back down on the desk. I said, "I hate this crap." I really did. So it's so funny, because then when I won the competition, Reuben Cannon was casting. So he called me in to read for The Color Purple. So I went in and I tried to be bad. And my agent called and said, well, Spielberg saw the tape, he really likes the tape, so he wants to come back for a callback. I went into the callback trying to be worse, because I didn't want to do it. I hated it. I hated that book. But I wound up getting the job.
Wow.
And I made a lot of money, man. I worked a week on the lot, Universal lot. I made more money than I've ever made in my life.
Oh, shit.
But when I left TriStar, I was broke. So it's like there were times when I couldn't figure out, how am I going to pay my rent? I would go to my mailbox, and there would be a residual check from The Color Purple. That, I always say, that was God saying, shut your damn mouth. I'm giving you, you know.
Yeah.
But there are other things that I have since turned down for different reasons. But I'm not going to disrespect my daddy and my granddaddy are 2 of the greatest men I've ever known.
Okay.
Period. And I never get to see them on the screen. All my life, I've been working to make sure that they are represented on that screen. Therefore, I will not disrespect black men. And I have my line. My line is, I don't say the N-word. I stopped using that word in my 20s.
Okay.
But for a reason. And I don't wear a dress.
Oh, I ain't mad at you, Doc, at all. I'm not mad at you at all.
Yeah, you can't give me enough money. There's not enough money for me to use that word, and there's not enough money in the world for me to put on that dress. It's just not. But I'm not asking you to have my line.
Okay.
I'm asking you to have a line.
A line. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Because here we go. I tell these stories all the time. My girl's over there. She's heard them a million times. But when I was doing a film with Alec Baldwin, I went into the audition, and Baja Jolo, who was passed many years ago, was playing Alec Baldwin's partner in The Bait Shop, and I'm the killer. And I go and I wound up killing his wife. But I say to him on the phone, I say, I'll kill your wife, I'll kill everybody around you, and I'll kill that old, and they wrote that word in.
Okay.
And so in the audition, I said, and I'll kill that old Negro. Okay? So I wound up getting the job. Okay. So they fly me down to New Orleans, and my first day of shooting, I had to do that speech over the phone. As a matter of fact, it was the same day that OJ was having the chase down.
Okay.
Because I owned in the film, I owned a laundry, and there was a TV on the counter, and in between takes they were turning the TV on, watching OJ go down the freeway.
Okay.
So during the filming, this is my first big scene, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't use that word, so if they put me on a plane, I'm getting on the plane because I'm not using it. So I said, the first take, I said, I'll kill that old bastard, something like that. I'll kill that old bastard. Second take, I said something about I'll kill that old MF. And then after the second take, I saw the director walking towards me. And I said, okay, here we go. And I knew exactly what he was going to say.
Okay.
And he got up to me, he said, Hawthorne, about that word, I looked at him, I said, I cut him off. I said, I don't use it. And he looked at me, he said, okay, use motherfucker. And he walked away. Because of the fact, see, that's what I want to tell people. If you don't stand up to them, they don't respect you.
Okay.
If you do anything that to please them, if you do anything with no respect, they're going to ask you to do more and more and more, because they know they don't take crap from nobody. And if you don't stand up for yourself, they have no respect for you at all.
True.
Now you have to suffer the consequences of that. You have to understand the consequences of it. But far as I'm concerned, I'll take those consequences, because down the line, 40, 50 years from now, hopefully it'll make a whole hell of a lot of difference.
I can respect that, Doc. I can totally respect that. You know, I catch a lot of flack myself, man. You know, I guess you got a good idea about my history. N.W.A. was founded in my living room. And when that movie Straight Outta Compton came out, they portrayed me as being this anti-rap, rap-hating guy. And it wasn't, I hated rap. I love rap. I was one of the, big fan of it, still did, wrote songs the whole 9 yards. But when they came to me and told me that they were going to name the group Niggas with Attitudes, being a kid from the 60s, growing up in the 60s, knowing what that word meant to so many people, that was my conflict with their name. It wasn't the music, because if you knew like I did, the first few songs were nowhere near After Police, okay? But the name Niggas with Attitude, that's why they came up with the initials N.W.A. I'm like, how y'all gonna get away with that shit? Okay, and that was what my conflict was. Okay, but because Hollywood is Hollywood, they couldn't make that the conflict. They made it me not liking the music, and I spend on my YouTube channel, I get more and more comments, man. People, oh man, you hated rap music, and it's amazing how people's minds can get infected with bullshit just because you do have a line. Okay, you got a line. Okay. Oh man, I did this. Okay, fine. You would have did that. You wouldn't be me either. It is what it is.
Yeah, and Alonzo, that's the problem. We don't carry our own narrative.
Right.
And that's how that people think that don't understand what you were talking about, because of the fact that some white man wrote the script, some white man directed it. Oh, I don't know if he directed it. I don't know, but they control it. It's like my problem with Black Panther. Black folks were all, yeah, go on, rah, rah, rah. See, I have a different take on that.
What's your take on Black Panther, man?
Number one, see, I got through 10 minutes of it.
Okay.
And I found out that I had been told that at the end, the white man comes in and saves the day. I got a problem with that, because that's always happens anyway. Okay. But 10 minutes is called the Black Panther, and yet the black women were the strong one in the first 10 minutes of the movie. Okay. So that's as far as I could get. I can't do it, because I know where this is going. But remind me to talk about Dolomite too. My name is Dolomite. Okay. But white people are making the movie made $1 billion. We're not making $1 billion. Don't y'all understand this? We're not in control of shit. We don't direct it. We don't write it. We don't produce it. That's when I would get excited, when a black man makes $1 billion. When a black man runs Marvel. That's when I'll get excited. Other than that, it's like the brother's trying to, the lead guy, I don't know his name, but he's trying to negotiate his contract and make more money. Listen, what are you talking about? You should be happy making $5 million, because we're not giving you white boy money. Do you understand what?
I get you. I get it.
And then, and Dolomite, I said, remind me about Dolomite. I'll tell you about Dolomite. it just pissed me the fuck off because Glenn Turman, and these are things now that I'm starting to say. I feel like you're pulling stuff out of me, but I have to say these things.
Go for it.
Glenn Turman called me up and said, I got a meeting with 2 white guys who are writing a movie about Rudy Ray Moore. Would you come with me to this meeting, this lunch meeting? Because you know more about Rudy than I do. Okay. So I said, sure. And I don't know Glenn that well. I see Glenn once every 5 years. And he's a really nice guy, and I always appreciated his work. He's one of the big influences of my life. So when he called me and asked me to go to a meeting with him, I'm like, hell yeah. I was floating on cloud 9. So we go to the meeting and we talk to these 2 white guys, and I tell them everything I know about Rudy because I did my first movie with Rudy, Disco Godfather. I made $50 a day.
Wow.
And I was the lead bad guy with Stingray, and I think I worked 2 or maybe 3 days. And man, I $50 a day, that's more money than I ever made in my life.
Okay.
In a day. But the thing about Rudy, if you look at all his films, Rudy had black writers, he had black producers, the people that did his music were black. Everything around Rudy, the wardrobe people, everything around Rudy was all black. Everyone. Every bit of it. Rudy gave people jobs. They gave them opportunities to be that producer, to be that director. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So now, cut to 2019, 2018, whenever the movie's being produced. There's no black writer. There's no black director. There's not a black music. The guy who wrote the music is not black. There's no black producers. And you're making a movie about Rudy Ray Moore, and everybody that's making money is white. Something's wrong with that. Okay. We don't control our own narrative.
That's true. That's very true.
And that has to stop. We have to control our narrative because we know who we are. I can't have a white boy telling me how to act black anymore. That's nonsense.
I get it.
And until we stand up and say no, we're always going to get the short end of the stick. They're always going to be able to walk up and hunt you down on a country road and just shoot you and get away with it.
And this is why I got you on my show today. This is why I wanted to have you on my show today. I know you had something to say.
Yep.
I know you got something to say. Man, I'm not going to hold you any longer. Thank you very much. I'm going to call you Big Red because my folks call you Big Red, okay? This is Alonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. I'm wrapping up another fantastic interview with my man Hawthorne James, a.k.a. Big Red from the 5 Heartbeats, y'all. Man, if y'all watch this whole video, you had to learn something. If you didn't learn something, your brain dead. If you didn't learn something today, your brain dead. That's why he's on the show today. Hawthorne, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much, Doc. I will see you when I see you. Stay corona free, man.
Yes, sir.
Much love. Much love.
Thank you, Lonzo. All right.
Thank you. All right. Peace.